All right, my name is JC. This is Black Tsunami Production. And what we got here is just an update review on the PlayStation Portable. It's been quite a while. You know, we had the device for a long time. It's been out for more than 2 years, and it has steadily been improving. Some things that still haven't came for features that we want for this device, but it is giving us things that we want. And the first notable thing that we did get is now we can cloud stream our games from our library, which is actually incredible. Not only that we can cloud stream games from our library, but of course we still have the previous update where we can cloud stream games specifically in the PlayStation Plus Premium Essential catalog. And what I mean by that, that we can start playing games that are on the premium side and essentials. So free games that we usually could play on the PlayStation, we can now play on the portable. And it's quite a lot. It's some games coming from the classic PS2 era, PS3, and some from the PS4. So quite a bit of games in the library that we can choose from, which is very exciting because that means more choices that we can have and more freedom that we could just go ahead and, some games that we have on backlog that we could play. I have been a victim of having a lot of backlog of games that I haven't finished. So this gives me an opportunity to sit back on the couch, lay in the bed, go on travel, and I could just play those games. Specifically for me, I have just been connecting to my PS5 when I'm at home, just because I just have the connection there. Plus, some games that I do have are not able to be cloud streamed from my library. So I can just talk about the pros and cons of the PS Portable as it stands right now of what we have for our update. Let's start with the pros. Now, just like I said before with the Pro, the update has allowed us to have more option for certain things. Most notably, like I said, once again, we are now able to stream our library games. So no more just whatever game selection we have from PlayStation Plus, we can stream from our library. So if you got a ton of games in your library that are able to be cloud streamed, you can play those games and it runs pretty much smooth. And actually, I would say the connection is a lot more smoother streaming the cloud gaming than connecting to your PS5. I don't know why. I don't have a phenomenon. I have tried everything. I tried port forwarding. I tried, seeing putting the Ethernet cable into my PlayStation and being on 5G network on my device and try to connect it that way, and I still get spits and stutter. I tried looking at different YouTube videos of what can I do to improve it, and it's just no improving. Well, with the cloud streaming, I'm able to adjust the resolution, which I don't know why that's not standard for the connecting to the PlayStation, but you can do that on cloud streaming. And the connection just seemed a lot smoother. I don't know if it's just the cloud data that they use at their center, but I find it that it's better from there. Another thing that's good is they improved the network. Well, they improved the connection network. So now it feels better. It feels a lot smoother. It's not so much delay, not so much lag in between input when you're playing the game. That is a plus to me. It was a struggle trying to play certain games that requires precision, not just FPS, but just single player games, RPGs, most notably Expedition 33. If you have played that game, you notice that you have to dodge at a certain time. You have to parry, and it was just atrocious trying to get the timing down to press the button, and you get attacked, you get hit, you lose, and you just like, this is unplayable. So it improved on that to where I'm feeling a lot better. Now there's still a delay. It's not perfect, but it's better, and that's all we ask for. Now for me, another pro is this. I love this. I love how this screen comes up. You can lock it down. You can, keep yourself safe. And this is tailored to multiple profiles. So not just your profile on here, but if you got another profile on here, you can also have that same code on there. Another pro is being able to search on different games, so you don't have to keep going down the list, having to scroll all the way down to see what game you have. You can search it. So let's say if I wanted to search Yakuza, show me all the Yakuza games that I can go through. Big bonus, big bonus. You do not have to scroll down this library every single time you want to search for a game. You can simply type it in, search for a game. And the best thing about it is, which leads into my next pro, you can purchase the game straight from this device. You don't have to get onto your PlayStation to purchase a game to start playing it. You can purchase the game on here. It's going to ask you to use your camera to scan the QR code. You will use the PlayStation app and you will purchase the game on there. Big plus. Love it. This is getting closer to the dream to where we can start using this device independently without the support of PlayStation 5. Things that I still want. This is not part of the con, but it's still things that I still want about this device. We haven't seen its true potential yet. It may seem like it's a limitation just because how slender the build is. It's not a whole lot of technology in it, but there's still a lot of potential about this device that can be unlocked, and for user friendly to people who can afford maybe the PlayStation right as of right now, which I think as of right now is $400, $500, maybe $600 in some places, versus sometimes I seen this up for $159, $149, which the original price is at $199, $200. So just to have this to be able to play those type of games is another plus. I like that. Now let's switch over to the cons of certain things I don't like. The cons is, number one, going to cloud streaming to your library. You cannot cloud stream every game that you purchase. Some games just does not have the support for it. I don't know what exactly the protocol or, how they go about adding certain games to the cloud streamer, but every game that you purchase is not able to be cloud streamed. A bit of a downer. It really is, because you just want to go ahead and purchase the game and go ahead and play it. Especially if you're on the couch and let's just say it's just one of them days you come home from work, you got this new game, you don't feel like being at your desk playing it, you just want to be on the couch playing on the portal. You can't do that for certain games. You would have to remote play straight to the PlayStation 5 in order to play it. Like I said, bit of a downer, but not a big deal. Just that little bit of plus I wish I have. Second con, still just remote play, still don't have the option to change the resolution. Some games, dynamically, I want to keep at 1080p. I wish there was some way that they can do some weird, well, they kind of do it when you're doing a remote play, to where when you're streaming it, it kind of lowers the resolution to help improve the connection. I kind of wish it was the other way around, to where you can dynamically keep the resolution in 1080p, but turn down certain features. Me coming from PC, I also have a Legion Go, and you can change some of the settings, but keep the resolution looking the same. That way, you can keep the resolution and you can keep the FPS at the same time. Still not something that they have perfected in remote play, which, funny enough, previously in remote play, which was like 3 years ago, you was able to change and keep the resolution exactly where you wanted to be, depending on how good your connection was. Now they took that feature away and it's automatic. Don't like that. Big downer. That's not something that I would have want. I wish that was a choice, to where it could be either lock it down at this resolution or auto. So that's a choice that I definitely want back. Another con coming from the cloud streaming, the pricing for premium. Right now, PlayStation Premium is $17.99 for the month. I want to say it's about $60 for 3 months, and it's $140 something for the year. Pricing right now is good versus Xbox. and versus any other service. It is good for the amount of content that you got. I can tell you now, that's not going to last long. That's going to change. Inflation is going to hit. Companies going to copy certain businesses. We're going to look at an increase on PlayStation Plus as long as we see a growth within PlayStation itself. That is going to hurt right now for just to access the cloud gaming on here. You have to have the services. You have to have premium services in order to access this. It's not bad as of right now. I imagine that in the next year, we should see some type of increase. This is just going based off of what I'm seeing in the forum. This is what everybody is talking about. But as of right now, this is the good choice. It's not the best choice. I wish everybody can have some type of cheaper way to access this thing to where they can experience it. But right now, it is only for the premium user. So you will have to spend a little bit of coin in order to access this, but you are getting a whole lot. And I'm so glad that they brought cloud streaming because it works. It works pretty well. This is what I've been asking for years when it came to remote play. They finally starting to do that. Independently for this device, it's not the best. It's not the PlayStation, the PSP. So if you're going to get this device, even after years of it being out, just remember it is not the PSP. Okay, so internally it is limited, but it's only much limited of what they want to offer to the consumers. It's a great device. I promise you it is. Once you start using it and you start implementing it into your day-to-day life, like me, once again, I'm a father. So having the times where I'm exhausted coming from work and I don't want to be at my computer. I just want to lay on the couch, play the game. I can do that. I can watch TV with my kids. I can monitor my kids. I can do whatever I need to do, but I also can play the game. Most recently, I've been traveling. I've been traveling to different places. I bring this with me. I don't even bring my whole console. I bring this. This has brought me a lot more joy than the first year that I had it, because there was not much I could have there's not much I could have done as far as playing my games. But now that I got all these options, I got, it gotten better. So we can go into some of these games. First thing first, let's try connecting to PlayStation just so I can show you the connection from there. My PlayStation just turned on, so that's going to take a while to come up. But you're seeing that it's a process. So it's going to take a while for it to connect, especially how far you are and how strong your connection is. In my house, I have 1 gigabyte fiber internet. So it's been working out for me. Bam, there it goes, it loads up. And depending on how close you are to your PlayStation is how strong the connection is. That's what I have been noticing. I do have a mesh router around my house, so my connection pretty much stays strong no matter where I am in a house. But that all depends on the structure of your house and the range of your Wi-Fi. So just make sure if you want a very, very strong connection, make sure that your Ethernet cable is inside the PlayStation. Make sure that you're on LAN. And every now and then you might see that pop up on the side. That's just something that I have noticed. Like I said, that's something I could not fix. I tried everything that I could. It has not been working for me, but the connection have not been horrible. So I could still play the game. It just every so now and then the screen started getting distorted. It started getting a little blocky, but it's not to the point I can't see. It's just noticeable. Right now, we're loading up Ark Knight Infield, which is a very good game. It's something I've just been playing on the side, something I haven't really committed to, but it definitely been taking up my time. I got to collect my rewards. So, here it is. I don't know if you can see that, but it looks pretty good. Right now, the screen is not too blotchy. I can definitely see a little bit of distortion, but just playing it, I'm not having anything wrong with it. Like just now, it is like skipping a little bit, but me playing it, I'm not feeling like when I press the button, it ain't taking the character forever to run or to dodge forward. Like they're moving as the moment I press it. Jump to attack, skills. Yeah, trying to see if I can find an enemy to fight. Kinda look like I fought everything. Oh, we got something right here. Alright. So like I said, not much to it. As long as you got a good connection, it works well. Now, let me know what y'all think about this game. I actually pretty much enjoy it. I'm actually enjoying it more than Genshin. Only thing I don't like that I do like about Genshin is this. No fall damage. Kind of wish it was fall damage there. You know, put a little punishment on the characters, but that's just me personally. That's just how I like my games. Alright, so this is Assassin's Creed Mirage. One of them games I have been playing lately. Don't know how I end up in the middle of the desert, but let's see if we can go find something. Once again, this is cloud streaming. So for the settings, here, this is what I mean by I wish this was on the remote play side again to where you could change the resolution depending on your connection. So you can always change it. You know, it's going to restart to adapt to that, and it could improve on your connection for the game. You know, like I said, if your connection is strong, 1080p works out well, but if you need to lower down to 720p, you can also do so too. Another unique thing is you can invite people to games depending on what game you're playing. If it's multiplayer, you can do it from there. So there's many options you can do when it comes to just cloud streaming, to where you're not limited to just playing single player games or playing games where you can't be active with other players or your friends. Let's see. Oh. See, successful pickpocket. Not small, much delayed person triangle, so I'm able to do that. Alright, I just put trash on that. We ain't gonna talk about that one. All right, so that's it for the update. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, so that's it. Let me know if there's any other thing that you would like me to show. Any question that you may have about the PlayStation Portable. Like I said, I really am liking the update that's coming out for it. It's improving slowly. Slowly, we're starting to see the features that we're asking about. So please, 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 Sony, let's go ahead and make this into an actual device worth buying. Even if we're coming up with the idea for another PlayStation, well, PSP, we should see things that we could be able to do. Because I'm telling you, this thing can do a lot more than what you're seeing and what they're presenting. It can do a lot more. If we can go ahead and start rolling these updates out quickly and efficiently to where it's going to make it run smoother, stabler, and plays very well, this is probably going to be one of the best devices, that we going to be having for a while. If you got the Lenovo Legion Go, if you have the Xbox, I think it's the Xbox ROG Ally X or whatever it is, you have those, that there really ain't no need for this, because you can also do remote play on there. Now, excluding the cloud streaming on there to here, you don't have that feature. But, if you have those, you really not necessarily need to have this. But if you do happen to find some on any type of market for cheap, I say pick it up, give it a try. It wouldn't hurt. Plus, it would save you a whole lot of time sitting at the desk, when you could be sitting down comfortably, watching TV and playing your game from here. That's what I have for now. Like and comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.